Hello and welcome to Good Boys Gone Bland, Season 6, Episode 11, State of the Podcast 6. I'm your co-host, Denali.
I'm your co-host, Ryan.
I'm your co-host, Jace.
Oh, Jason's DJ tonight. Hey, Denali, did you know Jason's going to be on DJ tonight?
Oh shit, Jason DJing?
Yeah.
What's the ID? What's the ID on this? Let's.
What is that? Sorry, I heard
Shut
a question
up.
Down in the booth. What is the what on
Who
this?
turned the music off?
I did. I'm the
Keep
DJ.
it going. Keep it going. I'm looking for the ID. We can intersperse. Like Anne quotes in the EDM breaks.
Could you
Shut
imagine?
up.
Do you remember any quotes?
Shut up.
I'm colossal.
I'm cool.
Kill my husband.
Nice fish.
Serenity. Do we remember anything?
I understand
like
you're
a
having a
year.
traumatic memory, but maybe you are remembering it incorrectly.
Yeah, you crazy person. The plane never crashed.
The plane never crashed.
Wait, did they ever actually say, what is this, some kind of The Devil Wears Prada in The Devil Wears Prada?
What's that from?
The Devil Wears Prada?
What?
Yeah.
No. What's the original? What is this? Some kind of? Oh, it's Suicide Squad.
It's
isn't it?
Suicide Squad. Yeah, it was a little bit of
Yeah,
a little
free
timely
that, yeah.
joke.
Free
'cause
that.
we're-
I don't think
Yeah,
it's timely at
yeah.
all. I think it's actually like 6 years too late.
But I mean, it's look, this season's taking a long time, guys. I mean, I was looking back at like when we started the Anne Hathaway season. Okay, this was a different world when we started this season.
Mm-hmm.
All right, like I mean, I'm looking at episode 1. It was April 25th of this year, year of our Lord 2022, and it is currently November. This is our longest season. We 7 months. And we were saying in previous episodes, this is like kind of unusual for us because we're stuck in like this recursive loop of where we can't digest our Anne Hathaway season. Because with previous seasons, we've been able to just kind of get it over with. Like I remember particularly the dog season, I felt like I was stuck in that for a long time. But once we were done, I was like, oh, thank God. But to be stuck with Anne Hathaway for this long is strange. It's a strange actor to be stuck with for this long. It's very arbitrary, and you know this is we're a marathon podcast. We haven't said that in a while. We watch 10 movies of a specific actor or subject, but we figured we could debrief about our Anne Hathaway season, right? Like we've watched 10 movies. Do you guys remember any of them?
This was a conversation topic on the way home from the store today between me and my wife. So we couldn't remember them all. And I think what we had forgotten was Colossal.
Right. Which is
was my
surprising.
second favorite movie of the season.
one of the best
if
ones.
that
Yeah.
tells you anything about what happened here. And she agrees with me, Julie agrees with me, that I no longer want to like seek out any Anne Hathaway movies, or if Anne Hathaway's in a movie and I see it come across like Netflix or Amazon Prime or something like that, I'm most likely going to hurry up and hit next. Just because
she's in it.
I watched 10 of her movies, like 10 of the
Right.
ones that look most interesting to us. And the
Right.
vast majority of them were terrible, and I wish I never watched. So like she's no longer a draw at all, I think.
Damn. So Ryan is off the Hathaway train. I mean, I think for me, it's like we definitely cherry picked bad movies. Like her better movies, like Rachel Getting Married, Brokeback Mountain, we intentionally didn't see because they're kind of long, or they're just maybe they don't focus on her 100%, right? But like, yeah, I mean, to an extent, I agree, Ryan, because like before, I guess she wasn't like one of my I wasn't like a diehard Anne fan like I was with obviously like Keanu Reeves. So I was never like, oh, Anne's in this, I'm gonna like definitely see it. I think I still respect her as an actress, but like it's still, I think it's because I've seen her so much now that I need to take a break. It's like kind of my vibe right now.
She's a killer A-lister that brings a lot of heat to the movies and the roles she plays that aren't generally the star. Like, really enjoyed her in Interstellar. She obviously Academy Award winner for the 15 minutes that she was in Les Mis. But I don't know. Give a director a movie, and they're like, we got to fill it with Anne. It's gonna be like, how can we make this as bad as possible?
Yeah. And once again, I don't, for the vast majority of the movies that we watched, they were not good, but it wasn't Anne's fault all the time. Like, and most of the time, like, despite her, like, sometimes she
Right.
was better than the movie.
Mm.
And that's a fault of her, I think. In a way, I would say my impression of her hasn't soured, but it's diluted. Like, I think that
Right.
she doesn't have as much pull in my brain anymore because she signs on to these crappy movies. Like, her
Maybe it's her
performance might be
agent
fine, but I'm
that
not going into
sucks.
these movies for an Anne Hathaway performance. I'm not like saying, well, at least the movie sucked, but I'm glad I watched it because Anne Hathaway was okay.
No, I agree, and maybe we should have included an agent meter in these.
Yeah.
Because
Well, Keanu suffers from the same problem.
Yeah.
Okay, Keanu's agent is so good, man. Are you kidding me?
He's
It's a lot of
terrible.
these. No. Okay. Yes, a lot of these movies are great though, despite him. I think like you look at a movie like we were discussing Dracula over text today, briefly, and like he should not have been in that movie, man.
Exactly.
But it was a big draw. It was a big role for him. Same with like honestly. Point Break might have been done better by a better actor.
What?
But he was okay, but he was perfect for it. In my brain, I'm glad he was in it. But like when you look at overall acting skill, I think Keanu had, and maybe it's partially because he's a man. His agent was able to shoehorn him in some pretty sick ass roles, and had the opposite problem where I think she was like the movies were outgunned by her talent, and I think Keanu had the opposite problem. With some notable exceptions.
47 run.
So, I mean, we can discuss the graphs, of course, but do you guys have like a best in show, just in your opinion, the one like just from your memory?
I think
Like
it's easy.
like yeah, what's yours?
Is it easy for you guys?
I mean, maybe. I mean, for me, I guess is Devil Wears Prada. I thought
Yeah.
that was my. Okay, so we're on this we're on the same page. Is Devil Wears Prada? Jace, what do you think? Do you have like a favorite of the season?
I'd watch Colossal. I'd watch.
You'd watch
you
Colossal
Like
again?
I'd pick Colossal.
Yeah.
It was just
Colossal's
so,
my number 2.
It was like a really nuanced movie, and it took besides the fact that it was crazy and had kaiju in it. It tackled some pretty. What?
You okay, right?
I thought that
Kaiju?
was funny. I totally agree.
I-
Besides the fact that it had this fucking crazy thing that had no sense
Yeah.
being in the movie.
Yeah. It challenged some really dark, like adult themes in a good
Right.
way. Like if Passengers was somehow believable that she was a therapist, or I don't. It might have. It had that kind of same. She has that a lot, doesn't she? These movies, they have this like. I guess
Like
that's
this
most
one
movies.
That's like fucking weird about
It's
it.
just a woman who lives in the Midwest, and there's a kaiju because of something that happened in a sandbox.
She got struck by lightning.
Listen, I don't know if a lot of people have those movies. Yeah. I mean,
Oh, Serenity. It's
Serenity,
similar
that was
to
like-
Colossal, in my opinion.
Mhm.
So my top 3 would be Devil Wears Prada, Colossal, and Serenity.
I think I appreciated Colossal and Serenities just for the fucking audacity. I don't think I could watch it ever again because I don't think I actually enjoyed them though. Like I think I appreciate it conceptually, but like Devil Wears Prada, I think I could watch that shit like
I agree.
yearly and still enjoy it because it just has the quotes and for the same reason. Like for me, I think Princess Diaries 1. I think has a lot of rewatchability too, just with the gags and the flavor in it for me. But man, I mean, Serenity was a fucking like tonal slog though. Jesus, it was punishing, man.
It was a
Like,
Matthew McConaughey movie. Is
Yeah.
why.
that too, and I can't handle too much of him, man. Like
Yeah.
if I had to draw a mental map, like how long do you think Serenity is as a movie? Because I think it's 4.5 hours in my brain. Just take a wild guess how long it is.
God.
Hour and 45.
Wasn't
Hour
it too
50.
long? Yeah, I think it was like I thought
Do
it
you
was
think
like
it's over 2 hours?
I thought it might have been over 2 hours. What is it?
I thought it was gonna be 2:15. That was my guess. It's an hour 46. So Ryan, you're right.
Yeah.
You're basically right. So like that's also like how inflated.
Hey, you know what would be an interesting
Yeah.
discussion would be to go back
Mhm.
and guess how long each of the movies were, and then correlate that with our scores,
Oh, so like figure out if we score higher for like certain movie
Hmm.
lengths.
or if we think so, or like if
Yeah.
I remember. Well, I guess I remember Devil Wears Prada being a little bit too long, but like some movies, I felt the pace was really good, so they felt short. And some movies, the pace was absolutely terrible, so they felt really long, and I might not have liked them for that reason.
Yeah,
so
I
we
think
can
that'd be
guess how
interesting,
long
yeah.
they were and then see what we actually scored it.
Did she have a lot? It felt like a lot of the Anne movies were substantially longer. Like I remember multiple times pausing a movie, still having an hour left
Oh man.
after being through the kind of like,
Dude, Princess Diaries.
yeah, right?
We were saying that 2 fucking hours for a kid's movie, man. Like,
Well, so my explanation might be that for some of these movies, the only way they get greenlit is if they have a lot of content. You know, like if there's a lot of stuff going on and there's a lot of like reasons to make the movie, then sure. But if you come out with a bare bones, 90-minute script and 10 of it's going to hit the cutting room floor, then, you might, if it's not a banger or not like a comedy or
Right.
something like that, that's like a, with some full A-list, it might not get picked up. So sometimes they add filler scenes and everything to make these feel like full movies with full characters. And the filler scenes, ironically, are what kills the movie because they pack like neat details in there that are necessary for the plot, but you can't edit those out.
right. Like, I mean, kind of like PD2, which was 90% filler scenes. Like,
What?
just to see, I mean, Princess Diaries 2 was
Oh.
basically like a bunch of gags,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah,
Um,
and so the kind of the problem is that if you film those scenes in different settings and stuff, you can't edit them down super short because you still have to have the proper transitions from scene to scene.
Mhm.
Whereas if you have important scenes that contain most of the information, only maybe 5 or 6 of those,
mhm.
then you have a lot more freedom of making those individual scenes shot down if like, they don't fit the type. But like, man, the Princess Diaries 2, for example, every 2 minutes they were changing location. They'd be in the back of the castle. Oh, now in the front of the castle. Now they're on a horse. And like now they're practicing archery like 6 separate times. So that's just too much. So that in
Right.
itself bloats the movie because every time you do that, you have to add 20 seconds of scene transition.
Yeah, that's that's another good point. And I was like thinking about Anne Hathaway, kind of just like as an overall actor. When we're seeing her in some of these like lead roles where maybe like she wasn't given like a lot to work with, but I think as a character actor, I guess if that's like the term to use, like she's had a lot of success though. Like working in smaller roles, she's been able to kind of
Yeah.
add a flavor that maybe
Maybe
they
not
wouldn't
character, but
let.
maybe supporting.
So yeah, support. I guess like she can add a flavor that maybe they wouldn't let her add as a lead. Like people praise her role as Dr. Brand in Interstellar. Or
I
you look
like
at like
her a lot in Interstellar.
yeah, and then Les Mis, obviously, where she won where she won the Oscar. People like her as Catwoman, where she thought she was able to
Yeah.
kind of play up this villainous role. But then when she's kind of front and center, I think maybe she's reeled in. But then again, I mean, Serenity, she was definitely putting a flavor down that I think was not good. Listen, it's been a while.
Uh-huh.
Since we played a game. Do you guys
Oh,
want to play
God.
with me? Do you guys want to play
He's
it?
doing the baby voice,
You
Jace.
guys,
Yeah,
you guys
I'm in.
play with me.
I'm in. I love
Okay,
the
I'm
big
out.
voice.
let's do. Okay, well, let's have this game. All right, and
All right.
this is a new game. This is a new game I designed.
Finally.
I design new games all the time. All right, I'm putting
I'm just
putting
joking.
tons of game work.
I'm just joking,
All right.
man. I'm just like
This is-
a little riled up.
This is a new game called the Quotes Game. All right. I've compiled quotes from various Anne Hathaway movies this season, and I want to see
that's why
if
it's
you
called
guys.
the quotes game.
Yeah, it's
I have a
because there's
question.
quotes. Yeah, okay.
What?
Go ahead.
Sorry. What movie was the last thing he wanted?
What
That
movie
number
was
one.
it? What do you mean? Like what number?
No,
did we
no.
watch?
What was the
What do you
movie
mean,
about?
What movie?
Oh,
Oh,
There's
isn't
What
that
were
the
the
question?
contents of?
she went to South America because her husband left.
Oh, the
some
journalist.
drugs, and the dog fucking
No,
exploded.
it wasn't
her
her
dad.
husband. It was her
It's her dad.
dad.
Okay.
Wait, we couldn't even answer this question after we saw the movie. I don't think we're gonna answer it a year later.
Remember, and then there's like the lighthouse showed up. Oh, Ben was in that movie.
Fuck. what is
Yeah,
it?
for a
Ah,
very
Jesus
short
Yes.
Christ.
time he was a
yeah,
he
Ben
was a
showed up in the
senator or
lighthouse. Was
something.
like, boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how. Jeez, and he was eating pie at one point. It was really gross.
Man, was Keanu in any of these movies?
I feel like Keanu and Anne would be a fun combo.
Yeah. I'd agree.
That'd be a fun combo.
Maybe a sibling thing. You know?
Hollywood? Yeah, they could be siblings. They both kind of have long heads. All right. Here's the quotes game. Okay, so I'm
Okay.
gonna say a quote, and I'm gonna give you guys 4 choices to figure out where the quote is from. and see how good your memes are.
Yeah, this
okay?
is good. This is like what I did for the Ella Enchanted.
Right. Yeah, okay. Yes. So
So this game is copyrighted, and you're Ryan.
okay, well,
Do you want to take
Ryan,
him down?
No. This is totally different.
you legally can't sue me if I call it a different name. So I'm gonna have these 4 options, and I'm gonna have you guys go one at a time, I guess, to figure. Or should we have a buzz system, or to have it go one at a? I'll do one at a time, maybe. Okay, maybe I'll have Ryan go first with question. Okay, Jason can go
That's
first.
bullshit.
Jace can go first with his first question.
Buzz, wait, no. I didn't say I want to go first. I was just exclaiming
Okay,
that it's
whatever
bullshit.
you want, you can have.
He can go first.
Okay. Ryan, this is your question to answer first. Here's the quote. A strange woman came in here and asked to hide in your closet, so I let her. A,
What?
Ella Enchanted. B, The Last Thing He Wanted. C, Princess Diaries 2. Or D, Princess Diaries 1. Which movie is it from?
That has some like obvious irony to it. So my first thought was Ella Enchanted, so I'm gonna do that. I don't remember the scene. I'm gonna do it.
All right, EE. Jace, what is your guess?
Oh, I was also going to guess Ellen Enchanted. I thought, like, at the beginning
Well,
of the movie.
you can't.
I can't?
You know the rules. No 2 guesses of the same question. It's only fair.
I don't. What were the other ones? Princess Diaries?
Ella Enchanted, Last Thing He Wanted.
Why'd you
Princess
say Ella
Diaries 1
Enchanted
and
again?
2.
You said I can't guess it. I didn't need to be
guess-
reminded of that. I
sorry.
tried to guess that.
You're right.
So
You're
what
right.
are
I'm
the-
new to this game.
If you want Ella Enchanted, I'll trade you.
No,
Yeah, you can trade. Trades are allowed.
But I get to go second the next time.
I get your draft capital.
Okay, fine. You guys can trade answers if you want. I'll allow that. Jace?
Do you want?
What's your-
Ella
I still
Enchanted?
you need to tell me what the other ones are.
It's the 2
PD
Princess
one-
Diaries.
Yeah, PD 1 and 2 and The Last Thing He Wanted. Jesus, the studio audience is fucking dying over here. Look, we can't keep them fed this long, all right? We're 30 minutes away from the next lunch break for these guys.
Yeah, I'll go with the last thing that he wanted.
All right, you're both fucking wrong. It's Princess
Yeah.
Diaries 2, okay?
That
But
was
that's
my
okay.
second guess.
Shit.
This is a warm up. Okay. Question 2. Here we go. What is scary about commitment is that your life becomes real. It is not a plan. It is not what you had hoped for. It's real. Okay. Think about where you think this movie is from. A, Colossal. B, Princess Diaries 2. C, The Last Thing He Wanted. Or D, Passengers. Jace, this is your question.
Can you
to
say the
answer
quote
first.
again?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I think I know what the answer is.
What is scary about commitment is that your life becomes real. It is not a plan. It is not what you had hoped for. It is real.
Okay, and what were the answers?
He's not even paying
You
attention.
bastard. You fucking bastard.
I'm listening.
Okay, all right.
Was
A, Colossal,
Colossal.
Princess Diaries 2, The Last Thing He Wanted, Passengers. I think just a couple people are leaving now to go to lunch.
the Princess Diaries?
I want passengers.
All right, Ryan, you're correct with Passengers.
Yeah, it's
That's
one on
one
the
point.
rooftop.
It's what I think so. That movie sucked so hard. I forgot most of the quotes in this. I would not have gotten this. All right, we're at 1-0, Ryan. Next question. Okay, here we go. This one might be easy. This is a memorable quote. In a perfect world, we make perfect choices. In the real world, we make real choices. Ryan, this is your first question. Your question to answer first. That's weird to say it. Princess Diaries, Devil Wears Prada, The Last Thing He Wanted, Colossal.
Colossal?
Okay, Jace,
I'm
what's
going
your
the last
answer?
thing he wanted.
The correct answer is The Last Thing He Wanted. You can tell because this doesn't really make sense.
Yeah,
or it's like
I have
really
no
convoluted.
no context to evaluate
Like-
that quote.
Sounds like something a
Just-
journalist would write.
Yeah, so we're at 1-1. Question 4. I didn't make too many of these, all right? I kind of like scaled it back. Normally I make about 20 of these.
Is this a tiebreaker?
Not even close. So this is the next quote. This is between 2 people. So what brings you to the south of France? An airplane. A, Princess Diaries 2. B, The Hustle. C, Princess Diaries 1. Or D, Bride Wars. Jace, what is your answer?
The Hustle.
Ryan?
It's the fucking hustle. I remember it.
All
Bride Wars?
Jace?
Did we watch that this season?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did. Can you believe that?
I'm gonna pick a different one then. I'll pick Bride Wars. Fuck it.
Okay, Jace, you're correct with The Hustle. That was from that movie.
Yeah, I
There's
remember.
nothing else to
because
say.
That's Rebel
Uh,
Wilson.
Yeah, it was a good joke. Question 5. Is there a reason that my coffee isn't here? Has she died or something? A. Colossal. B. The Hustle. C. The Devil Wears Prada. Or D. Serenity. Ryan.
Devil Wears Prada?
And remember, you guys can trade if you'd like. Jace, what is your
I don't want
answer?
to.
I'm gonna pass and then answer twice on the next one.
Oh, you son
Okay,
of a bitch.
I will
That's
allow
a
it.
good
We are
strategy.
still
That is it's a good strategy. I should have done
okay.
that last
So
time.
this one technically is Ryan's point then, since he did get the correct. But I will allow you to answer twice the next question, Jace. So we are at 2-2. Ryan just tied it
Hey,
up.
Arbiter,
What? Go ahead.
can I go between his two guesses?
I'm Master Chief.
I'll allow it, puny human.
Do they say that?
Probably.
Fuck you, human scum.
Oh, Arbiter!
Yeah.
Oh,
Denali
Jace,
and I
that
from-
was solid.
From the Halo game? No, wait, he doesn't even talk like that. That's how the elites. Arbiter had like a really smooth voice, didn't he? Wasn't he like, you got it, Master Chief?
I don't remember who the arbiter was.
Didn't Arbiter and Master Chief had like really deep, sexy voices? It was like no explanation for that. Like,
That was
Okay,
good,
it was-
that was a sick Halo 2 joke.
oh
Jace.
yeah.
That was quick. I was so far behind you guys.
I mean, I said I made the Arbiter joke first, but like that's
No,
okay.
because he said Master Chief.
Well,
But I did the voice first.
he did the voice, and I knew what he was
I
doing,
did the
so I
voice.
reacted.
Jace
Oh, I
yes
thought you were
anded
just
me.
doing a funny alien voice.
Okay, it's
I meant
question
Arbiter, like
6.
Arbiter, like of a chess tournament.
Question 6, Ryan, you may answer between Jace's questions. Fuck. Who let distance and basic difference decide whose man was left behind bleeding out and whose men medevac to safety? Who the war pig? Who the profiteer? Who the cold heart? The vapid soul? A. Princess Diaries 2. B. The last thing he wanted. C. Devil Wears Prada. Or D. Serenity. Jace, you answer first.
Huh. With my first answer,
Yeah.
I'm gonna choose the Princess Diaries.
Smart. Okay. The
I
Princess
think
Diaries
it could
2.
be Last Thing
Ryan.
You Wanted or Serenity.
You can only pick one.
Fuck you. I know. I'm gonna pick Serenity.
Okay.
The
Jace.
last thing you wanted.
All right. Yeah, I have to say it's Devil Wears Prada. Okay. No, it's the last thing he wanted. Jace, you got that point.
I knew. I
Um,
thought that was too on the nose. I thought you wouldn't give that to us.
There's no way.
That's
Listen,
the
Ja-
plot of the movie.
Ryan, you got
yeah.
finessed. All right, let's just face it. You got finessed. Jace played you. He skipped his question and he answered. You got finessed. All
should've
right, we're at
skipped that
3-2. Jace. Question 7. This is the second to last one. So Ryan, you still got a shot. Still got a shot
Is this
here.
one worth more points now?
I'm gonna say no because you could still climb ahead.
What the?
Okay.
You always
Question
say yes
7.
to Jace.
The quote is, "Goodbye, trolley people." A.
What?
Oh,
Trolley
my
people?
God.
A. The last thing he wanted. B. Ella Enchanted. C. Princess Diaries. Or D. Bride Wars.
Do I go first?
Yes, you may.
It's Princess Diaries.
Okay. Jace,
Yeah.
remember you guys can trade.
I'm gonna go Ellen Enchanted.
Okay.
The only two movies that I think might have had a. Oh, yeah, I know where it is.
Yeah, San Francisco, baby.
It's when she has to, get her daughter pardoned from, or granddaughter pardoned, so she makes the trolley dude and the police officer.
Yep, the old royal shuffle.
Yeah.
Ryan, you got this. You tied it up. You saved yourself. We are on to the tiebreaker round. We're at 3-3. Question 8, the last one.
Can you not
what-
do the multiple choice and let us buzz in?
Okay, I'll allow this to buzz in, and then if you get it on the buzz in, it's 1 million points.
Fair.
Okay.
Stern but fair.
Here is the quote, and the hint is the character is talking to the driver. Go. So now, guess what movie it's from.
Buzz.
Okay,
Princess Diaries 2.
Ryan. Okay. Jace.
What? You're not
is
gonna
your
tell me what I'm
guess?
right or wrong?
Buzz.
Well, it's gonna give fucking Jace a. Wait.
wait.
I thought you guys are both guessing.
That's the whole buzzer. You ever
Oh,
seen
no,
a show with a buzzer before?
Yeah, you tell him whether he's right or wrong, and then I
I
get
don't
it.
watch a lot of game shows.
Or do
okay,
I get
fine.
or do you get to buzz again
Fine.
after you've been
If
wrong?
Ryan's wrong, then Jace gets the buzz. Then you guys get a buzz again. All right.
Well, if
Okay.
I'm wrong, then Jace gets the guess.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
We'll do it that way. Okay. I'm wearing the arbiter hat. Ryan, you're wrong. Jace,
Buzz,
what
Colossal.
Okay, Jace, you're wrong. Ryan. All right, now you guys can freely buzz. Whoever just buzzes
movies
first
did we
can answer
watch?
next. There's only 10 of them.
Buzz, Ella Enchanted.
Oh,
Wrong.
I was gonna say. Oh,
Fuck.
so it's my turn.
No, it's just buzz. It's free buzz. Open button.
Last thing you want.
You didn't buzz.
Buzz,
Buzz.
Ride Wars.
Wrong.
Buzz.
Yes.
What's another Hathaway movie?
I'm gonna cancel your buzz if you don't answer in 3 seconds.
Scooby-Doo.
Buzz,
Jace.
Passengers.
Wrong.
Wrong?
That was a good guess because she was in a
Because she has a
cab.
car and she's like, ow, ah.
I'm gonna go up her IMDb real quick. I don't remember what we watched. Oh, I can open up the chat.
Guys, there's only 10 movies. You guys can just go down the list at this
I'm
point.
gonna open up the chat.
Buzz, the last thing he wanted? There was also
Wrong.
a car chasing in that. Did she
Serenity.
Wrong. You guys have answered both of those, like, I think, before.
Buzz, the Devil Wears Prada.
Correct. Jace got it.
Oh, fuck.
Jace, with an unprecedented margin for the Anne Hathaway season.
If
you
I
have
lost
won-
points for answering wrong, though, then,
You have won with 1,003 points versus Ryan's 3. A respectable margin by any measure. You win the Anne Hathaway's quotes game. Ryan, a valiant effort. I liked that last buzz round. That was kind of dramatic. I think I'll put in more buzz questions in the future. So nicely done.
I appreciate
audience-
the questions. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
thank you, John.
good quote. Good quote. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, the last one I knew would get you guys, and I don't know why it was quoted in IMDb. Like that was a thing they needed to.
Oh. Yeah.
It had like 60 like helpful votes where it was like, oh, interesting. Like I'm glad they quoted this. Yes, I mean, do we want to just take a brief look at the graphs just to kind of
Yeah.
kind of take a look and see. So for the people at home who can't see this, we're gonna put this on our YouTube and our Instagrams. But we like to make kind of a graph to see where our Hathawometers line up and where our movie meters line up. So we just wanted to see our trend throughout the seasons and kind of see like what movies like really hit it for us or didn't. Ryan, do you want to screen share for this? You
Yeah,
seem
I'm
like
working
you
on
were
it.
better at that last time.
Yeah.
So Ryan has the Ann meter, the Hathawometer. Ann meter's
I don't know.
fine.
Yeah.
Whatever, man. I mean, the meter's kind of problematic, anyways. I don't know. So like, this is our measure of like, you know, how Anne Hathaway the movie was, how we thought she did in the movie. Like, does it fit like the Anne season, like we've done with previous seasons? And shoot, man, it looks like Devil Wears Prada takes the cake. I mean, do you guys agree? I mean, like Princess Diaries, I think neck and neck.
Janelle, you gave
Looks like
3 movies a 10?
Well, shit. Looks like I did. I don't know.
You know, okay, wait a second.
Colossal,
I probably
man.
should go back and
I'll stick. I thought Anne did a really good job in Colossal. She did a really good acting job. there.
What? You
Like, I
both
think-
gave her a 0 in Serenity?
Yeah, that movie sucks shit, Ryan.
yeah,
It's-
suck big old fat turdies.
No, but this is the Anne movie. The Anne
yeah,
meter.
no, I didn't like her performance in that. I mean, it sucks, but I just
She
thought it
did
was
the
like
best she
this like
could.
under
Maybe that's how she was
underutilized,
directed.
man. Like, yeah, and I think it wasn't a good
Yeah.
showcase.
I hated it.
Can we kind of talk about our divergence points, if you will?
Yes, please.
It looks like I'm not the Anne fan of the bunch.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was, you know, like it seemed like it was clear from your.
There's a few
like,
movies
yeah.
there where I'm like 4 or 5 points below both of you.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. Like, I mean, let's see here. I think you gave her some credit with Devil Wears Prada and Princess Diaries. I think those were universally like kind of undeniable, right?
Yeah,
Like
I
think
mean that's fair enough.
critics
And
and people
Serenity.
were like, yeah, that's that shit. You gave her a 7 on Serenity. Like you
Yeah.
gave her a lot more credit on that one. Did you kind of like appreciate? I guess maybe you just appreciated her acting in there more, or can you speak on that?
To what? Serenity itself?
No, I mean, why'd you rate her so much higher than we did? Because you rated her a 7, and we rated a 0.
I think there was nothing wrong with what she did. I mean, she brought the heat. She was the source of all the emotion in the movie, and like otherwise it's just Matthew McConaughey sitting on a boat trying to catch a big fish.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, I feel that, Ryan.
But
And maybe
otherwise, my opinion of her huddled around the 3 to 4 range. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 movies that were either 3 or 4. and that sucks.
Yeah. No, that is
She
a
never
shame.
had, in my books, never one that was super super low. But like overall, the performance is pretty bad.
Yeah, and I think that speaks to how she was utilized in some of these roles because we've seen some of her movies in other seasons or just on her own where she was utilized really well. And I think I was probably blinded with my rage with Serenity, with how much I didn't like it.
Yeah, looking at it, it's pretty stark.
Yeah.
It's pretty stark in there, and like I just think I think my justification was if you're watching a movie for her as an actor, like I thought Serenity wasn't a good showcase just in my opinion. Like it wasn't bringing like what I would kind of think that she would bring as an actress or like aspects that I like about her acting. I
But
think.
now, why didn't we
Um,
like Bride Wars? Do you remember?
Fuck, I think that movie just sucked.
I think it was just bad movie because like she got around the middle
Right.
scores, but it's still really low.
Yeah, I don't remember a lot from that movie. To TBH.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was the
I-
movie about?
I forgot we watched it. They had the best friends who had the same dream
Oh,
wedding
Kate
planned
Hudson?
on the same day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kate Hudson.
Kate Hudson
Yeah.
killed it, I think.
She's always fun in all those in all her movies.
Kate Hudson's awesome. Anne Hathaway sucks. It's really the Denali's.
Let's
going
make that
away
clear.
thought. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I maybe I might boost the Bride Wars score like retroactively. I think looking at most of these, I feel Serenity,
Yeah.
I was blinded by rage. So she got a 0. Passengers was dookie.
That was a Duke
So my
sandwich.
only gripe with this, I think actually the top half is fine. I think you guys fucked up on Princess Diaries. That movie blew. Princess Diaries 2. The movie sucked.
I liked her in that movie. I will not
It's
change that one.
turds, dude. It's so bad. It's dookie. And then I think I would put Last Thing He Wanted below Passengers.
Um,
I'm gonna
I
say-
think I agree with that, Ryan. I think I wasn't hard enough on that movie, and I think I was too hard on Bride Wars because I did not know what was coming next. I think Bride Wars was
Okay.
early.
Yeah, Denali, you had a 0, a 2,
Yeah.
a 5, a 5, and an 8, 8, 9, 10, 10, 10. Dude,
Yeah,
you're like an Anne Hathaway stan.
Yeah, I guess I'm a Stan away.
This is, you know,
Stan Hathaway. Sorry.
It's Stan Hathaway. Yeah, that's
This-
pretty good.
this is obviously enjoyment of the film and how Anne Hathaway acted goes into this meter, but there are other factors like volume, you know, like
Yeah, that's a good point.
Right.
right?
Volume.
Like thinking about the last thing he wanted, she was in 95% of that movie.
I think that's a fair
Of the
that's a
screen
fair
time.
assessment, Yeah.
Was
Maybe
it a
it
made
deserved a
by
little more.
Netflix for Netflix shitter? Maybe, but
Definitely, actually.
Okay. Speaking of shitters, do we want to see the movie meters
Oh, okay.
and see what we think about these actual movies, just objectively? Like, just set Anne aside for a second, or I guess don't because she's in them. I don't know how we rate these. We're not very good reviewers. But like, what do we think about the
It's also
movies?
we have a
Holistically?
podcast.
Holistically.
half the time we get to the movie review and I'm like, shit, wait, how did I feel
like,
about
wait.
that?
I'm blowing it up.
I wonder, like, looking back at all the movies we watched, just proportion of bad movies we've seen. Like, I don't think I've ever seen this many bad movies in my life.
Yeah, this many, but I guess this speaks for itself, right?
Damn that meter!
Yeah, the
Holy
movie meter
crap.
is showing.
Yeah.
Holy shit! So we're seeing like what? Like the first 6 or 7 movies are sub 5.
Below 5,
The
yeah.
Ann meter was pretty fair. But I gotta say, the Ann meter was pretty fair. This movie meter is a
This
shock
is-
to the conscious. Like 7 of the movies are 4 or below,
Oh my god. Okay.
and the other 2's like 2 of them are okay. The only good movie is Devil Wears Prada. Wow.
Yeah. That's the only one I think we universally liked. Because even on Princess Diaries, I think we were kind of like waffling a bit of like whether or not we thought it was an actually good movie
Mhm.
versus did we just like it. Colossal we talked about earlier, where it was like, oh yeah, that was a cool movie, but is it good? Like I don't know.
Mhm.
Right.
It was really dark too. Very.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which can be your thing. And sometimes it had alcoholism as like a theme, and that can really not sit well with people.
Right.
Princess Diaries had Julie Andrews, which really cannot sit well with some people.
Fuck you. God
So
damn.
I think,
You
yeah,
and
it's pretty
Julie
easy
Andrews,
to say that
Look, and-
9 of these movies are iffy at best.
My line is like almost a perfect straight line, and I guess I'm the
Yeah.
PD2 apologist of this group. because I gave it a 7 and y'all gave it like a 4, 3, and a 2. Oh, it was the
3 and
Joe
a 2,
episode
yeah.
too. Yeah.
I give
I'm
it
gonna
4 too.
Joe gave it a 7/8, I believe.
Oh, thanks,
wait.
Joe.
Let me find that. Oh, okay. For the Hathawometer, Joe gave it a 7 or 8, and then he gave Princess Diaries 2 a 5.
Okay. All right.
okay, that's
Well,
fine.
thanks. I mean, it evens it out a little bit.
But
yeah.
what I'm getting from this is that you two have agreed on all movies but one, pretty
is that
much.
right?
Bride
Yeah.
Wars, you had 2 points of difference.
Mhm.
Everyone else, you either agreed or you were within a point.
I think that was the theme this season because Jason and I kind of formed a voting block with the movie meters, and I think Ryan was always the point of contention, whether you liked it or not. Like, I see you're kind of zigzagging between them, which
Yeah,
is
you guys didn't
interesting.
like you guys didn't like the movies I like.
I know that's crazy, right?
I like Passengers and Serenity way more than those other shitters.
I think the Serenity is interesting. You gave it a 6, and Jason and I gave it like a 3 and a 2, which is nuts. An average of a 3.7.
Wow.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think we opened up some interesting discussions those episodes.
This is probably pretty accurate, I think.
I mean, maybe Anne looks at movie scripts and she's like, "That looks like a fucking wicked ass movie. Like this looks like some crazy shit, and I'm gonna do it."
When?
Maybe that's how she.
What are you talking about? The only movie that applies to is Colossal.
I think Serenity
Okay.
is some wicked shit.
Okay,
It's
fine.
a video
And-
game.
Passengers is also a little wicked.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're all ghosts.
The last thing he wanted sounds
Yeah.
like it's written by someone who's like on an acid trip too. Like
So
it's like a
Passengers, I want to talk about just like for a second. Like that was wild. I think if we would have had more fun with that if it was in the middle of the season, like kind of where Bride Wars was.
I think so. Yeah.
Because there was a lot to go off of there, and I don't know. I wasn't so tanked out on Anne Hathaway when I watched it, I thought. And I liked the movie a decent amount. And I watch a lot of crappy, there were ghosts the whole time movies. Like, those, I really like those.
Yeah.
There's
I
a
do too.
couple of really good ones. I don't want to spoil them. But
That could be our season, the ghost movies.
yeah, well, spoilers. The difference between a movie like that and a movie like The Last Thing He Wanted that's all over the place, to me, is like stark. And I think you guys gave those low ratings for different reasons. And that's what I think the movie meter misses, even when it's all three of us, is that like, Colossal is good for different reasons as Princess Diaries, even though they have identical scores.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
They're not. These aren't the same genre, and by
Yeah.
any stretch of the imagination, and a lot of factors.
Plus, there's
Mood.
a few of these movies where like they're the only movie in their genre.
Yeah.
like that was the first plane movie I think we watched was Passengers. Do you guys think any of these movies deserve a sequel? Any of the ones we watched?
Princess Diaries
2.
Okay, slow down. PD 3
No, Princess Diaries 2.
2. Wait, so
The Reckoning.
it's about their marriage. It's about her and Chris Pine's marriage. Or they like kind of co-rule.
Dude,
or...
Colossal 2.
Colossal 2.
They have to
And-
they have to team up.
Yeah, this time it's personal, and they have more robots and
like
monsters.
a bodybuilder gets a kaiju. And they have to be like,
Oh, shit.
This dude's actually buff.
And they're gonna get really fucked up this time. Yeah. Okay.
It's Dave Bautista.
I don't-
That would
Dave
be
Bautista.
good.
Yeah, if you recall at the end of that, she picked him up as a
Outer
kaiju
space.
and tossed him to his death.
Okay.
So
There's
he.
another guy. It's a new dude.
Yeah, we need a new
it's
guy.
Paul Rudd.
Well, no, Jason Sudeikis didn't die on screen though. She just tossed him. You don't
He
know
died
if
about
he landed.
40,000 miles off of screen.
He could have landed in like the ocean or a
You're
trampoline
right.
or
If
something.
if they wanted
On a
us to know that he was
trampoline.
dead, they would have followed him with the camera until he exploded on,
On a
wall.
trampoline, it would have been like squirting it with a red hose.
Okay, fine. Serenity sequel.
Oh,
what
he
happened-
graduated from making
okay.
video games about his life to making furry love video games.
Yeah, that kid was fucked up. Actually, wait,
His
I
mom's
remember-
also in that one.
Yeah.
we talked about
How
that,
did his
right?
mom
Like
get in the video game?
all his like video
his
game
dad,
sex
not his-
fantasies
oh,
about
his
his mom and dad. Oh my god. I was just thinking like with Serenity as a fish. The fish
Groom
gets revenge.
Wars.
What war? What?
Groom Wars.
Divorce wars.
Divorce wars.
Yeah.
So that's when they get divorced.
Oh man, Funeral Wars would be good.
Jesus.
Dude, that could be the mashup with Passengers. They both die. And then
Okay.
they want to battle to have their funeral on the same day, but they're both booked at the same venue.
So they're ghosts battling for the same
Because
funeral
their
venue?
ghosts are
yeah.
having their because they were friends, so they are doing the funeral on the same day.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was the meters. Thanks, Ryan, for hosting the meters. Thanks, Jace, for making them. I know it's a pain in the ass to like gather the numbers and listen to our rambling in between gathering them. But yeah, that was our Ant season, guys. You know, did we nail it? Who knows? I don't know. I was
Yeah.
I have a
Yeah,
question
I-
for you.
please.
Could we have convinced the staff
Yes.
that we no longer needed to be institutionalized?
Oh, like did we can we convince them that we're sane and we can leave?
That yeah.
Wait, wasn't the institution like that she's an institution and it was like
Oh yeah, it
was
wasn't
like
supposed to be a crazy hospital.
university
Yeah.
that we were crazy. we didn't play the metaphor at all this season.
Well,
No.
it's been tough, dude.
Well, it was problematic when we first thought about
Yes,
it to begin
it
with.
was.
So-
And arguably the whole season was cuz I mean, like we're three dudes judging a woman's
Well, we
career
weren't
and her work.
Yeah, I know, but like,
We were judging like
well, we were, but then again, like, we're not douchebags about it. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
but you
I
can
think
be.
the fact
We're
it
equally
is a little
douchebags
weird
to
having-
everybody.
Well, I
three
mean, we
guys.
weren't nice, but it wasn't like we weren't
I think we
misogynist in any way.
I think we did our best,
Yeah.
but I do think having three cis hetero men judge a woman artist.
Yeah, the
My-
faults are
I
with
think-
the format.
I think that's what I'm saying. Is I think just the format and like I think I realized it like maybe just a few episodes into our season where I was like, I don't know if there's a way we can crack this in a non-problematic way. But I think we did our best, and you know. I think I enjoyed watching her movies overall and doing this. If you guys think we didn't give her a fair shot or have opinions,
Feel free to criticize us, please.
yeah, feel free. We deserve it. And let us know, too, because I'm curious to hear what you think about some of her movies, too, because some of them are wild. So with that, that was the end of Anne Hathaway. You know, we were wasting away in Hathawayville, and now we're on to the
Hathaway
next-
would have been good.
But with that, let's move on. Let's move forward to our new chapter in the GBGB's history, right? Because normally we spend about maybe 2 to 3 months on a chapter, and I'm itching for some new content. So since we've established we're a marathon podcast, this is if this is your first state of the podcast, this is the part where we will pitch our ideas. And are we still down to just throw it on the wheel of chaos and just kind of spin that thing, or unless you have
That's the
different
way
ideas?
I want to do it.
Okay, cool. I was still down to do that. So we'll each just pitch 2. No need for ceremony or convincing, because
Yeah.
we're just gonna throw that thing on the randomizer, I guess.
Well, can I go first?
By all means.
Because I have one that doesn't need really a big spiel, anyways, or an introduction. I think you guys will both understand what I'm going for.
Okay.
I think everybody will. No follow-up questions are really going to be needed.
Okay.
So I'll just go ahead and say, ants.
Wait, so are we doing a season on the movie Ants?
Hey, no
or just
follow-up
Ants?
questions are needed. What don't you get?
Are we? Is it 10 episodes on the movie Ants, or are we doing
No,
10
ant movies.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Perfect.
Does
So,
Ant-Man
I'm in.
count?
I'm
Yeah.
in.
Okay.
So actually,
I
the
love
real
this.
story
Okay.
behind this idea, I came up with this in the middle of Anne Hathaway when we were on vacation.
Was it because of Ant Hathaway?
No, that's good though. Because I was like, wow, we could really like take longer between episodes and do like a more thoughtful episode. I was gonna propose Brotherhood of the Traveling Ants and get one DVD copy of the movie Ants and mail it to each other
That would be hilarious. I love it.
and watch the same movie like 9 times.
Yes.
But and then I looked it up, and actually, there's a lot of ant movies. Some of them are the Z horror movies that have multiple
Yes.
names. So one I want to watch is called Dead Ant, I think. But on Google, it's like Killer Giant Ants or something. And
I'm
there's
looking at
Bugs
these-
Life.
yeah.
We have Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. We got the Ant-Man
Yes.
movies. We have Ant Bully, which is a real movie. There's an Ant Boy.
I remember Ant Bully.
There's
Sweet.
The Hive, which is like an ant-themed horror movie. It came from
Yeah,
the desert. You
I'm
guys,
fucking in, dude.
there's a
I
lot of
fucking-
ant movies, and you know, this is gonna be the most far.
I'm actually
afield-
going on vacation for 3 months.
I think it's the most far afield
Yes.
theme we've ever done, except for
This
the one
is-
Jace had that was like the tankers. I thought was really good.
Movies about tanks?
Movies that sucked. Box
Oh,
office.
movies that's yeah, right. The
Oh,
box office flops.
bombs.
Yeah. I dig this. We could be called the Anthill.
Oh, that's good.
I like this shit. Okay, fuck yeah. Ants. Okay, I guess I mean, do you want to just do your second one?
Me?
Your second pitch? Yeah, just want to just throw both of them out there?
Oh, this one's okay. Yeah, this one's a little more involved.
Okay. I'm gonna write down ants just to yeah.
Yeah, it's 4 letters. I want to do 10 end of the world disaster movies,
Oh yes, disaster.
and they have to
movies.
be like
Okay.
distinct types of disasters.
Mm-hmm.
And we see how the GBGBs would fare. Like, which disaster
Okay.
would we, survive or do better, or be, heaven forbid, if it's so charged, be able to prevent?
Yeah. So, question: does the movie with I think it's called like Summer is it Andy Samberg?
Oh, yeah, the Palm Springs.
Palm Springs. Does Palm Springs count? 'Cause, like disaster,
disaster
he's
movie?
stuck in a time loop. Like
no, that's
I
gonna,
was
this
thinking,
is gonna be like a end
like
of the world
natural.
disaster, like an apocalypse impending. So like
L-
movies like 2012, this
San
is the
Andreas,
end, War of the
Geostorm.
fucking
Worlds,
Yeah.
Moonfall. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I Am Legend.
This could be fun. Oh, so wait, you
But-
thinking like apocalypse movies or like natural disaster movies?
I'm thinking end of the world movies. So not natural disaster, as in like, oh, a volcano explodes somewhere and we're like right next to it.
Are you just trying to watch Armageddon again?
Yeah. So think about it this
end of the
way:
world movies.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy,
Okay, so
of the
movies where
world.
the world.
Cabin in the
Ends.
Woods. Spoiler: end of the world. Like
One
we can get really
spoilers,
weird
yeah.
with it. The Happening.
Okay, so apocalypse movies, basically, right?
Well, sort of. Apocalypse means something different. Like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is not an apocalypse movie, but it's end of the world
I
movie.
guess you're right. Yeah. Okay. Okay. You know what? I'm in. This will be a fun season. End of the world movies. I thought you were saying natural disaster movies like volcanoes or tidal waves.
Well, it's an example of one that might turn into end of the
That
world
is
situation.
in end of the world. Yeah. I mean that you got to really specify there. Do you mean 'cause is it humanity's wiped out? Because I Am Legend. The world still exists.
End of the
Right,
human
that's-
world.
There's just zombies.
End of the human race.
And we could do, I was like, if we do a post-apocalyptic season, could that bleed over?
Yeah, but some of these are during apocalyptic, like
Okay.
Day After Tomorrow.
What
It
about
hasn't happened yet.
Pompeii?
It's in 2
Rain
days.
of Fire.
Rain of Fire again.
Yes, dude. You guys are getting it.
What about Pompeii? Like it happened in ancient Rome,
No,
and that was kind of like their world.
We're fine.
Okay. Okay.
Interstellar.
That was an end of the world movie. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fine. Okay. We got it. I guess I'll go second. So okay, I'll give you guys some agency in what I put up. Okay. Like
What?
I had like 4, and I just want. Can you guys help me just pick 2?
No.
I just pitched ant movies.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Are you guys sure you guys don't want to help me?
Just
Mhm.
pick the 2 best ones.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah, but it's
You
probably
can
Okay.
tell
like
us about them,
horses,
and if we
war
really,
horses, seahorses, and
you can tell us about them later.
All right. Fine. All right. One of them's a franchise. Okay. And it's a franchise that I think has been hinted at and talked about for a long time, and I think it's about time we fucking do it. All right, I'm pitching the Fast and the Furious franchise. There's 10 of them, including Hobbs and Shaw.
Me and Julie have been doing
Um,
a little mini marathon already, so we're good.
Yeah, and so some of them are on HBO Max, some of them we have to rent. I was kind of doing some calculations, and it's not great. Okay, so we'll have that. That's Fast and the Furious franchise, no explanation needed. All right, the racetrack, whatever.
Hell yeah.
And so I had these
Plus,
next
it's a good
3.
metaphor for us just like spinning our wheels.
I'll just say what my next 3 were, and the next one was mummy movies.
Oh,
Like
that's
like the
really
Mummy-
cool.
I like
the
Brandon
Mummy
Fraser.
fran.
The one,
yeah,
the one under wraps.
because if you technically look at the Mummy franchise, there's exactly 10 movies dating back from 1932, going to Abbott and Costello Meet the Mummy, into the Mummy series that we know, into the Mummy with Tom Cruise, and we can sub in Scorpion King if we want, I guess.
Whoa.
Is that also a
Mummy-
franchise tag, or if there's another movie about mummies?
I want to watch Under Wraps.
Okay, if you guys want to sub in other mummies, then yes, that's allowed.
So I don't want to
So
watch like
let's-
8 movies that are made in like the 40s.
Okay. Mummy movies. The other one I was gonna say just the Harry Potter series. That's all on HBO, and that would just be like a big, there's 10 of those.
That would be a
there's
big
exactly
draw.
10 of those.
A big draw for
It'd be a big draw, and the other one was Penguin movies.
What?
But since
Oh.
you already got ants.
I love
we have pitched
Penguin
Penguin
movies.
movies before, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Surf's Up's one of my favorite movies.
I know. I really want to see that one.
I
I
got-
love March of the Penguins.
Really high at a beach house where we were supposed to surf, and we watched Surf's Up.
That movie fucking rules. I mean, do you guys have any leanings between like those three? Like
Definitely
mummies.
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 I think Harry Potter's funny.
Harry Potter.
That you could chase some clout with that.
But there's only like 8.
There's 10, counting the
Double
Fantastic
Deathly
Beasts.
Hollows and Fantastic Beasts.
I think maybe I'll do Harry Potter just because it's all on HBO and we wouldn't have to rent anything.
Yeah, but that's so normie.
I know, but like
Pretty
then
normie.
we could just review.
Pretty-
Okay, fine. Do you want to do fucking mummy movies?
Pretty
We can do mummy movies.
normies.
All right.
Mummies
let's do
are
movies
not
starring
very
mummies.
normie. I think normies think that mummies are like pretty common, but then you ask them like, "Well, what
They're not.
what mummy movies have you seen?" They're like, "Brendan Fraser."
All right, fine. We'll do fucking mummy movies, and
Plus
then
normies
Fast
love
and
that movie,
Furious.
too.
It is a normie ass series, but I think it's also insane.
Sort of.
Yeah, and Fast and Furious. I've always meant to watch them all. I've seen 3 of them. So okay, I'll pitch mummy movies.
Yeah,
Jace, were you also gonna pitch mummies or?
no, I was just googling mummy movies
He's
to,
crossing out
to
ants
fulfill
and
my
mummies.
to fulfill my curiosity, and realizing that mummy movies were probably primarily popular because Middle America was probably like, ooh, so foreign and scary, and it's like,
Egypt.
all these movies from 1908 are probably kind of fucked up. The Mummy and the Cowpuncher. What? Comedy Western 1912.
I think these could be really funny. All right, Jace, what do you got? What do you got for your pitches? Just
Mine
throw 'em
are
up
mine
there.
are gonna be pretty quick. We can ruminate as we so choose. My first is made for television films.
Yes.
Movies made for
God.
television.
Oh my God. Okay, let me. I wanna see
And
some
one of my favorite is the movie The Librarian.
I haven't even heard of
Yeah,
that.
Jace, you made me watch that once.
Yeah, I love that movie.
What is that movie?
It's The Librarian Quest for the Golden Spear, I think. Or this-
Oh my God.
Also, Trick or Treat counts because I guess it wasn't made for TV.
Is it like direct to video or like?
Yeah, that
Made
was
for
it. Just
TV.
skipped it.
So specifically when I looked up The Librarian, it said a series of original fantasy adventure made for television films. So I was kind of trying to target that, so like
Yes.
Disney Channel movies are kind of made for
Uh-oh.
television
Disney
films.
Channel originals, a boy. All right, hell yeah, let's fucking do it.
There's a
They,
big list on IMDb, and I'm sorting by rating, and there's only like 4 movies that have an 8 or above.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Well, we'll have some good ones in our season. All right, hell yeah, made for TV movies. And what's your second one, Jace?
My second pitch is all random all the time.
Oh Jesus Christ! What-
And we go to the Wheel of Chaos
okay.
and we parse the movie that we're going to watch by
Oh.
two topics. The first letter of the movie, we spin the wheel and we choose a movie title that whatever it lands on, and then we do 1 through 10 for either critic consensus or user reviews. So we spin A through Z and then 0 through 10. So we might have to pick a movie that starts with W that's a 7 rating.
Holy shit. Okay, so we're gonna have a season of chaos,
A
like
season
like
of-
a randomizer.
A season
Yeah.
of chaos, a randomizer, yeah. So no,
Chaos season.
nothing,
Oh, that's good.
nothing
dude.
linking all of them
Yeah.
together besides the fact that we're letting the Wheel of Chaos choose
Yes.
the first letter of the title
Okay.
and a rating, a general rating. Like if it lands
Yeah,
on
yeah.
7, we can do a 7.5 or 7.8.
Dude, that's a good idea.
Let's fucking do it. I'm down.
I'm kind
Well,
of hoping it's that one and not.
I feel like
ant
we're
movies.
on the edge of a razor blade of our sanity with all of these choices.
I think probably the best thing that a State of the Podcast episode does is our pitches for the next season tell you a lot about the previous season.
Oh yes, yeah.
For sure.
We want wild stuff because Anne was pretty bland.
a couple State of the Podcasts ago, I was gonna pitch a Hayden Christensen season, because I thought that would be amazing, and we would just do the prequels, but then he has all these other like random movies he was in,
He's in
including
Jumper.
Like he might actually be a really funny
Yeah,
like
Jumper's
subject to
good.
do,
Mhm.
like because maybe he's unappreciated, but also like it's kind of a strange thing to do.
Okay.
Maybe that
Do we want to?
I would. Yeah.
Sorry,
All right, guys,
cut you off,
let's do
but-
it. Yeah, Jace. I guess I always expect you to do it. Were you
Oh,
doing it? I mean, I'm
is it
sorry,
better
I
if I
didn't
share my
expect,
screen?
you know. Oh, you did it. Thanks, Jace. Sorry, you're always doing it, so I just didn't.
We're just ranting about Patrick Wilson.
I got it up. I got ants, mummy movies, all random all the time. Fast and the
Holy
Furious,
shit.
movies made for television, and end of the world, apocalypse.
Guys, I'm like actually nervous. Like I
don't know if I really want to watch any of these.
like. Oh, holy shit!
and
like
we're gonna let it spin for 20 seconds so that we get
20-second spin. Yeah.
I feel like it's always shorter than that. You know?
Yeah.
Oh my God, folks! Yeah, so for the newly anointed, Jace is putting this all on the wheel of chaos, which is a picker wheel for us, and whatever it lands on, we have to do. We're doing one spin, and you can watch along at home if you want.
Remember
or
that
just listen
time
to the
when
spins.
we give them points?
Yeah, give it
Wait,
some
yeah.
weight.
Wait, don't we normally vote?
Yeah,
Well, we
technically.
got rid of the voting system
Oh,
a couple State of the Podcasts ago because we were just like it's just the three of us, so we were like just like not really unless we had our audience do it, but I haven't found a good way to do that yet. All right, I mean you guys ready for this shit?
Yeah.
not in the
At this point, I'm
slightest,
more
man.
worried. I'm more worried about my wallet.
Oh yeah, I haven't checked what the situation is with ant movies.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Okay,
all random
Jace.
all the time. That could be like it could land on Dogma, dude.
Oh my God. Well, I would go to every thrift store within a 10-mile radius to find it for you guys.
Okay.
At your leisure.
Oh
my God, oh my God, this is happening. This is real. Oh my God, I want to change mine. I'm taking off mummies.
We were this close to ants.
So
folks.
close to ant
We
movies.
are an antenna
Holy
breath
shit.
away.
That was so close. All right. What is it, Ryan?
It's end of the world movies.
End of the world movies, baby. Apocalypse adjacent movies or just happening during the end of the world? We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But movies for the end of the world, because I mean, sometimes it feels like it, and
I think it's a good metaphor. You know.
I think it is.
And
It's a
pandemics
good metaphor.
don't count. That shit
Like
is
our
too
podcast
depressing.
is ending. It's
No,
dying.
just
like
my
the end of the
mental
world.
health in general.
All right, hell yeah. So we'll have plenty to pick from. I'm actually feeling more safe about my wallet with this one. And Ryan, holy shit, this is our first Ryan pick of 6 seasons.
Is it?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Okay, we don't have to argue about what movie we're watching. We just we get to pick each week.
Well, it's yeah, we get to pick, but also I'm just saying Ryan has never had his topic ever picked in 6 seasons. Like,
wow.
Wow. That's
Like,
right.
Huh.
isn't that crazy? Like,
Yeah, isn't that crazy? How is that statistically possible?
Chase, you didn't put the option in to never pick Ryan's things on the picker
Well,
wheel
I
this
was
time?
kind of
Did you
worried
freaking
because
do
Hey,
that?
you guys
it
have
said
mics
add
on mute.
weight,
I
and
can hear
you can see the numbers for the
Yeah,
weighting
so-
next to them. So I didn't.
Yeah, listen, I can
That's
still hear.
why-
Let me mute Ryan.
It would've
Yeah,
looked
I
weird.
can hear you. And you're not.
Now
you're
we
not
gotta
even
fucking do
changing
it.
what
Now
you're
look
saying.
look how happy he is. That we picked
I
this
know.
thing now,
You're
and we
not
gotta
even
actually
changing
do
what
it.
you're saying, but I
We're
can
all like
hear you.
confused.
Listen, okay.
Normally.
All right. Hey, Ryan. Okay. I added you back in the
Ryan,
convo.
Your pick got chosen.
Yeah. So, this is cool. This is cool for you. And
Cool
so
for me. You know how fucking patronizing that sounds?
It's so bad.
Dude. You know, I've been watching your shit for 2 years.
it was just like
Two-
it's gone between.
No, 2 years, dude.
Hey, you got
Not
to
like-
pick
not
movies
like 2
during that.
Seasons, 2 months. When I started this shit, I was like 25 years old.
Wait. Yeah.
I'm
so-
almost 30.
It's been going between me and Jace. Sometimes twice in a row with me and Jace. Just never.
Yeah, I
hitting
think I got
Ryan.
like 2 or 3 in a row, and I did not feel good about it.
Because I was like texting Jace at one point. I was like, should we just let Ryan pick the next one? We're like, no, let's maybe just like have it on the spinner again. And then it was me again. All right.
I want to pick
This
a
is-
movie I haven't seen,
Yes.
first. I want to watch eventually movies. A lot of these, that's why I picked them, as I like a lot of these movies. I didn't think about this because eventually I want to become a supervillain. So one movie oh man, there's some good ones like Wall-E.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, wow. Okay, I think we should watch The Core.
Oh yes, 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 yes.
Is that good?
I
with
haven't
you
seen that
guys?
since it came out. I'm fucking psyched. It's kind of like Armageddon Redux for us.
Yeah, it's pretty much like a different version of Armageddon.
Okay, so wait, and then let me make sure that I'm understanding here. The Core is fair game, but movies like I already forget it, the zombie one with Will Smith. I Am Legend.
That's fair.
They're okay, cool. Because
I guess because the world ended.
End of
shooting
the human
shooting
race
ahead.
in one way or form.
If you guys haven't seen it, Love and Monsters from 2020
Oh, really?
Love and Monsters.
and
Look
week
it up.
3. That's what we're watching.
Okay,
It is on Prime
What is-
Video.
It looks fun.
I
We'll see it. I'll fucking-
I thought this was a Bruce Willis movie.
Love and Monsters.
The Core.
No, The Core.
I think I thought so too, but I think I just automatically think Bruce Willis is in every disaster movie.
I guess I'm thinking has drilling in it, and he's a driller in Armageddon. And
Right,
This movie's about
right.
Armageddon.
And didn't The Core have like some kind of award for like most scientifically inaccurate movie ever made or some shit? Like I remember
Yeah.
someone like recognized it because of that.
We'll find out, man.
I remember I rented this with my dad from Blockbuster like 3 times because we loved this movie like when I was growing up. So I'm like really excited to see it again with like adult eyes.
Yeah.
And it's got discount Affleck. You got fucking Aaron Eckhart in here.
Yes.
You got Hilary Swank.
This
is gonna
movie
be
lost $9 million. Strong start to the season, boys.
good. Isn't this what we always do? We always start with a fucking.
The stinker. I think
Yeah.
our opening, we need a lot of work.
Yeah.
We gotta go back. This is going back to our roots. You know, what was our first Ben movie? Daredevil.
That was
First
we
McConaughey
hit it out of
movie.
the park with
Rain
Rain
of
of Fire.
Yeah, but that was a flop. We might like this. We might still like The Core. Congrats to Ryan
you.
for
You
for
win this
getting your pick.
time.
And maybe, I think this will be a fun season. Thank you guys for joining us for the Annestitution. Let us know what you think. This is also crazy because this is the closest we get to recording and releasing we've ever done. Because at this point, we're kind of just recording
have no
episodes and just
backlog,
releasing within like a week or two. So we're more susceptible to feedback now versus before where you have a 15-week
I
delay.
don't like the word susceptible, but yeah.
Is that really?
Yeah, right.
Is that?
I mean, I can't promise a turnaround time, but
Do
that's about
yeah? Should we build up a stock again?
I mean, maybe, but let's just see how much we can record in the meantime.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so if you guys have also like a end of the world movie you guys want us to see, let us know. DM us, man. I'm open to DMs on our IG or comment or whatever the fuck, and we'll post up an announcement for you guys as well. But with that, you guys have anything to say to our fans? After,
We're back, baby.
I think we all
back in the saddle again. We're back.
Cause I'm proud to be a good boy gone bland, where my podcast
Yeah.
is free.
It is free.
Yeah,
No ads.
no ads.
Oh well, let's not like.
I mean,
get a
if we
little
could have
premature
ads
here,
so we
like,
could make money, I would be fine with it. But
I would do ads for almost anything.
we
at
don't
this point.
garner you. If you're listening to this, you can spend 30 seconds listening to an underwear ad. First of all, okay.
Yeah, I'll just say an underwear ad right now, and just to kind of see if any underwear folks want to chip in.
I'm not wearing any.
Jace isn't wearing any. I
It's
like.
not a great underwear ad.
Okay.
Oh,
MeUndies is pretty sweet underwear. Really hugs everything good.
are you saying like underwear that you own, like MeUndies?
Aye,
Like,
me
they're me.
undies.
Yar,
Hello,
MeUndies.
governor. Me undies are riding up.
Thanks for listening, guys.